Alright, so 11. I have Hercules.
I have one that probably will get me lynched. Yeah. Frozen.
Oh, some people are going to disagree with you on that one.
Some people are going to disagree with me on that one.
The entire internet.
Yeah.
So, I'll start with Hercules. Pretty much, Hercules, again, it's fun, it's interesting. It was really lighthearted.
Yeah.
Which they almost needed after the movie that came before it.
Yeah.
Because that one was a little dark.
A little.
Just a little. But it's overall a fun movie. The songs are fantastic in it.
Yeah.
Hades is fantastic.
James Woods is great.
James Woods is the best character in that movie. But like everyone else has a really good role in the movie. Meg's great. Hercules is great.
Yep.
I mean, you have Danny DeVito.
Everyone knows the John Tron joke we're thinking of, and we're not going to say it. Frozen now.
Please have fun explaining to the internet why this isn't number one top 10 out of 10 greatest of all time.
Well, to be honest, it's not it's a great movie. First off, animation is great. The songs are catchy in their own way. Mm-hmm. Of course, everybody knows "Let It Go" and all that. I've almost heard that song too many times to enjoy it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. It is overplayed.
That's what I fear. But I mean, the one thing, the reason why I don't think that it's such a good, as good as everyone says, is I think they should have gone darker.
Okay.
I mean, I like the twist at the towards the end with what's her name? See, Anna's boyfriend.
Hans.
Hans. I like the twist at the end. It complete swerve out of nowhere. Right?
Yeah, I know.
You never saw it coming. Love that. They should have gone darker because right at the end, they have that comedy scene where she punches him off the boat. Why is that fucker not dead? Why did Elsa should have just rage moded and fucking murdered his ass? And I think it just kind of it was a cop out at the end.
The movie's rated G.
It was a cop out at the end. There's been a lot darker stuff in G-rated movies.
There has.
But yeah. No, I don't think it's as great as everyone says.
All right, that's fair.
I think I have 10 more that I think are better.
All right.
Okay.
Now going into number 10.
Wreck-It Ralph.
I have one that you had quite low.
Yeah.
Tangled.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
So, let's get into this.
Yeah.
What's so Tangled?
I thought Tangled was the first 3D movie that Disney did that absolutely knocked it out of the park. I thought it was every character in the movie has really strong, has a really good, interesting story arc. The songs are really good. Mm-hmm. The story is really good. I like just pretty much everything about it.
Yeah. It's funny.
Rapunzel's a really good character. Flynn is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I like the lizard. I like the gecko.
The lizard, yeah, it just is kind of an addition.
I like Pascal.
Yeah, but I mean, he's.
I mean, the villain's really good.
Yeah.
I just like it.
So Wreck-It Ralph, the best the first video game movie done right, I think.
The only video game
movie done right, and it's done in such a way that everybody can relate to it, right? Yeah. Even if you don't play video games, and it's not about that. It's not just about video games. It's not made to sell anything.
No,
it's actually a super good story. Mm-hmm. John C. Reilly is great. I hate Sarah Silverman.
She's good in the movie,
and she does really well.
I'm the exact same.
She does really well in the movie. King Candy is an interesting.
Have some candy. Let's play a game. I'll go first.
Yeah. I think he's a great.
Lose again.
I think he's a great villain, and he's much like Hans. I found because he didn't start out. Although with him you kind of started to see halfway through, but even then, you could see that his motives were different for different ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
turbo-tastic, you know. But yes, no.
But yeah, no, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so number 9, I have Alice in Wonderland.
Number 9, I have Alice in Wonderland.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
Even we start drastically change, we still have similar.
Yeah. This is the most drug-tripping fucking movie
Oh yeah,
that
I've
I've
a lot of
ever
LSD
seen.
done.
Uh,
The makers of this movie, I'm pretty sure. Like, the visuals itself
yeah.
pretty much have it at this spot. Like, the story is great. The characters are fantastic.
Yeah, why is a raven like a writing desk? Best metaphor ever, because nobody knows what the fuck it means.
Yeah, like, the Queen of Hearts is a fantastic villain.
Yep.
This movie is complete chaos, and it's supposed to be.
Yep.
The Cheshire Cat's fantastic.
Cheshire Cat, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolute nonsense at every corner, and it doesn't weird you out.
Yeah.
It all feels very natural, and that's very weird.
Yep, the only thing I have to say about it is fuck Tim Burton. Because I hate that movie. I hate his version so much.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's a story for another day, but I agree.
This is the real Alice in Wonderland.
Yep, very good.
Alright, so,
For
number 7.
We're on number 8.
We're on number 8.
Okay, number 8. Go.
I have The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. I have The Princess and the Frog.
Bringing the Frog.
Alright, so you talk about The Little Mermaid.
So Little Mermaid. Pretty much I consider this movie to be a classic. It was the first movie Disney did in a long time at that point that really came out and said, "We're back, bitches, fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
The story is really interesting, I find. It's really good. Yeah, they took some liberties with her being alive.
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Kind of that whole changing the fucking ending thing, but I mean, yeah.
It's Disney. They do it.
Yeah.
I found almost all the, the only characters I can say were weak were her sisters, who were barely in the movie as it is anyway.
Yeah.
Sebastian is fantastic. The music alone in this movie is flawless.
Yeah.
I found Ariel to be really interesting. Yeah, she does lose her voice for a lot of it, but she doesn't lose her personality. And what they're able to convey, her emotions and what she's trying to say without actually having her say it, I thought is masterfully done.
Yeah.
And Ursula's a fantastic villain, and it gets pretty dark near the end with the way she goes.
Oh,
getting
yeah.
impaled.
Fucking impaled. That's pretty fucking brutal. Alright.
So yeah, Princess and the Frog.
Princess and the Frog. I really like this one because, well, everybody made such a big deal about it being an all-black cast when it came out and all that. I liked how natural it felt. It didn't feel forced at all.
Yeah.
In New Orleans, the atmosphere is fun.
Yeah.
The bayou, the animation, that's all great. Love all the supporting characters. That trumpet-playing alligator, gotta love him. And the villain.
Oh yeah,
is
Dr. Felicius. I forget his name. Dr. Felicius.
It's some French word. I can't pronounce it.
But yeah, he's absolutely.
He has
fantastic.
the best song in the movie.
Yeah.
One of the best songs that I've heard in a long time.
Yeah. Friends on the Other Side.
Yeah, and he's just a villain that's just driven by greed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the end, he ends up nobody kills him aside from himself, really.
Yeah, it does get pretty dark though when they actually he just straight up kills the Firefly.
Why?
Just by stepping on it.
Why?
Fuck you, Ray.
Why did that need to happen?
Dead. But I like that they did that.
Yeah, that was totally out of nowhere.
They exactly, it was out of nowhere. They didn't bring him back, so it was okay, they went for it and they did it. I kind of see what you're saying with Frozen, but I like that.
I told Disney to kill the Firefly in Princess and the Frog, and they did it. The absolute madman.
All right, so 7. Now this time is 7. I have Zootopia.
Okay, I have The Great Mouse Detective.
Okay,
pretty high.
So both two that were a bit lower on each of our lists. So,
right,
why do you have Great Mouse Detective so high?
Because, well, Vincent Price, again, amazing. And it's one of those things where it's one of the movies where everybody's animals, sure, but it all worked very well. It's a very intelligent movie for both kids and adults. I like the protagonist because he's exactly what Sherlock Holmes would be if he were a mouse. It's very intelligent. It's very thought out. And the villain is interesting because he's not a dummy.
Oh no.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
Right? And he's constantly outsmarting the villain. And that's something it's something that you see, but the way it's done here is interesting because he can come off as a big dummy.
Yeah.
Right? But he's a very intelligent villain. Price is amazing.
Yeah, Vincent Price.
And
absolute perfect casting.
Yeah, and it gets pretty violent towards the end.
Yeah.
Even though there's no blood, it's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, like when they're in Big Ben there.
When they're in Big Ben?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's actually, I'm pretty sure that's the first time that they used CG.
Yeah.
In that scene.
Hey, what? That's...
And they used it well. It added to it well.
Absolutely.
So for Zootopia has probably some of the heaviest themes any Disney movie has ever had, but they're able to approach those themes while still having like a fun, family-friendly picture.
Yep.
Like all the characters are interesting, but what I really like about this is the way that they built up the world of Zootopia. Like everything felt natural in this completely animal-driven city.
Yeah.
Like it was fun, it was funny, there was emotional moments, there was some, like I said, there were some really heavy themes, like, oh, it's that movie about the bunny rabbit and drugs,
yeah,
and racism, and police brutality, and bunnies. But like the way that they're able to approach those themes, they did it so cleverly that it just works on almost every way.
Yep.
It's a really good movie. All right, so number 6.
Beauty and the Beast.
I have... Well, that's a controversial pick. I have Beauty and the Beast.
Once again.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, going off...
I'm just going to go straight to the best part of this movie. Gaston.
Oh, no one Gastons like Gaston. Great villain.
Like,
and he's not a bad guy. He's just...
Yeah, I know. Like, the thing is, like, every action he does in the movie, you see why.
Yeah,
and you see why everyone loves him.
He's an arrogant son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's just looking to get what he wants, right?
Yeah, except he
takes that to an extreme by the end.
Yeah, there's extremes, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, so, yeah, pretty much Beauty and the Beast, or Stockholm Syndrome, as is also known as.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Like, it's just a really good movie. The visuals are fantastic. The music is also fantastic.
Be Our Guest, you know.
Yeah, Be Our Guest. The opening bell.
Yeah, Belle is a great character. Yeah. The Beast is sympathetic, and still, he's sympathetic without being forced. And,
like,
you know,
there's no characters you hate.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gaston takes the cake.
Yeah.
He uses antlers in all of his decorating.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5, I have Wreck-It Ralph.
You have Wreck-It Ralph. All right. I have Hercules.
Hercules.
Okay.
All right, so Wreck-It Ralph. Pretty much going off of what you said, this is the best video game movie without being a video game movie.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be a gamer, you don't have to know these characters to be completely enriched into this world. The story is fantastic, the characters are fun, it's bright, it's colorful, it gets some kind of dark at some scenes. Like, you feel sympathetic for every character. Like, overall, it's just, there's really nothing I don't like about this movie.
Okay. And Hercules. Who would have guessed Greece and Las Vegas would go together? You said a lot before, but I'll just going into it a little bit more because it's been a while. Hades is great.
Yeah.
Love Hades. Even Hercules, I find is not that bad as a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Wonder Boy. Yeah. He's good. You have Danny DeVito as Phil. He's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean,
James Woods as Hades is possibly the funniest villain that I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing, though, they stole the song Go the Distance is the exact same song as a movie that is later on in the list. and I will bring it up once we get to that. But anyway, okay, number 4.
Number 4, I have Hamlet. Or The Lion King.
Okay, yeah. And I have Tarzan.
Okay.
All right, so
Tarzan was quite a bit lower on mine, so you have it at 4.
yeah. What really drives this one home, I think, is Tarzan and Jane. They have that connection together. They make it, it's funny. It's natural the way they get together. Villain is kind of weak. I will say that. I don't mind Rosie O'Donnell that much as the gorilla. She doesn't drive me insane.
Okay.
Love the animation going through the jungle, and the fight scenes as well. It gets pretty brutal, especially towards the end. Yeah, like super gory villain death, and the soundtrack is unreal.
2 worlds,
one family.
Put your faith in what you most
believe in. Otherworldly. Phil Collins did a great job. Every song fits perfectly. And, that's what I got to say about Tarzan.
Alright, so The Lion King.
Yeah.
Honestly, some people are probably going to think 4 is fairly low for this one. Pretty much, I love The Lion King. I love almost everything about it. The songs are good. The visuals are fantastic. The story is... Well, it's Hamlet, but Hamlet's good for a reason.
Yeah, it's Hamlet.
Of course, everyone's going to point at the Mustafa death as being, like, one of the most emotional things they've ever seen.
Long live the king, bitches.
Yeah. I mean, you have Scar literally running Nazi Germany.
The Third Reich.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean... I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I do think Hakuna Matata is overplayed.
Yes.
I mean, there are a bit better songs in the movie.
Be Prepared is much better.
Be Prepared's probably the best, or Circle of Life.
Yeah, and it's done by Elton John.
I know.
Elton John, man. That's the one person I put above Phil Collins for soundtracks is Elton John.
Yep, and I really don't have a lot bad to say about The Lion King. There's 3 movies I like a bit better.
Yeah. All right. So now we're into the
top 3.
Top 3.
These are the ones that placed.
All right.
All right, and the bronze medal winner.
The bronze medal winner for me is Aladdin.
Aladdin. For me, it is what's by far the darkest Disney movie, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
All right. So
Aladdin.
Aladdin. What can I say? What can I say? It's a fantastic movie. It incorporates what makes it fantastic is Aladdin is stereotypical. He's okay. Oh God, it's Jane, right?
What?
Not
Jasmine.
not Jane. Jasmine. Jesus, I can't believe I forgot that. Jasmine is kind of forgettable, but she's okay. She's okay. The villain is very solid.
Oh yeah.
Jafar.
I think I know why you have it this high.
Gilbert Gottfried as the parrot is,
he's great as the parrot.
Wonderful.
He's terrible in the sequel. Because he sings.
But Gilbert Gottfried as a parrot, who would have thought it? Yeah. But it works so well. The best thing in the movie is Disney was able to capture Robin Williams' energy perfectly on the screen. Throughout the genie, all of the different animations, he has the best song in the movie.
He's able to do all like he does do a bunch of pop references, but 20 years later, it still holds up perfectly.
It's timeless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess that's what I got to say about Aladdin.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Hunchback. It's dark. It's incredible. The story is incredibly deep.
Yeah.
You really feel for a lot of these characters. Frollo is probably the best villain they've ever had. Hellfire is probably the best song they've ever done.
Yeah.
The visuals you get are absolutely fantastic. Pretty much most of the characters are good. I mean, the main character doesn't even get the girl at the end of it. Like Quasimodo doesn't. It's dark. It absolutely captures the feeling of France at that time.
Yeah.
And the music's great. The only issue I have with the movie, and probably one of the things that's keeping it from being in my top 2, are the gargoyles.
Yeah.
The gargoyles are kind of annoying, even though one's George Costanza.
Yeah.
It's still pretty annoying.
Jerry!
But even the gargoyles are annoying, but they don't ruin the movie for me. Like, I'm able to look past it and look at everything that's good in the movie. And again, for me, it's Frollo. Frollo is the best thing in the movie. He's the most complicated villain.
Yeah.
And he gets really fucking sick.
Yeah. All right.
So, 2 silver place winners.
I have The Lion King.
I drunk the Kool-Aid. I have Frozen.
Uh-huh. So tell us, why Frozen is the second best thing ever.
Read any internet thread ever. But pretty much, I thought the story was absolutely interesting. They took these characters in a way that's completely different than any Disney movie. The relationships between all these characters are perfect. Between Anna and her sister, the male characters, everything's perfect. Everyone's points at the music as being fantastic, and it is. Let It Go is overplayed quite a bit, but in context with the movie, it is the perfect song for that scene in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It explains Elsa's characters extremely well. I absolutely love the twist ending that was mentioned. I don't have an issue with it not being too dark.
Yeah.
Actually, originally it was supposed to be incredibly dark, where Elsa was the villain. But
yeah, that would have been. I think I would have liked it a little more if it had gone that route.
it would. I'm not sure. I really like that Elsa's a completely gray character in it.
Yep.
Like, she's not. At points she's the villain. At points she's the hero. She's just kind of there, and like every decision that people make in the story feels natural. And yeah, like the music's fantastic. You have songs like. Oh my god, I'm blanking. For the First Time in Forever, which are great.
Yeah.
In summer, I didn't hate Olaf as this snowman. I actually found him quite funny. I found he wasn't overused as much as other side characters were. And yeah, I absolutely love the story.
Okay.
And Lion King at number 2.
Lion King, Elton John, the one person I put above Phil Collins for soundtracks. He didn't sing every song.
No, he didn't actually.
He
only
didn't sing
sung one.
Song.
No.
Didn't he sing Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Yeah.
Yeah, he did sing like other versions on the soundtrack. Like he sung Circle Life.
Yeah.
But he only sings the one in the in the movie. But he wrote all the music.
Yeah, and
I think it was Hans Zimmer who did the score with him.
Yeah. And what a soundtrack. I mean, everybody all you have to do to tell you that this movie is going to be good, watch the opening. Yeah, but I mean, that's now a legendary opening.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And it's one of the best starts to a movie that I've ever seen. Animation, fantastic. Scar creating the Third Reich, like you said.
Yeah.
The fact that they would reference that in a Disney movie, that's shocking.
They're goose stepping.
They are goose stepping hyenas in the Lion King. Yeah. But yeah, no, I guess I don't want to talk too much because I think number 1 is going to take up a little bit of time.
Probably a bit.
So I think I'll just end it there. But that's
all right.
Lion King.
There we go.
All right.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Gold place
our
winner.
number 1 picks. You have
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I have Aladdin.
Okay, so go off of Aladdin first.
Aladdin. I mean, you mentioned a lot of it. The only thing I kind of disagree with is you said that Jasmine wasn't too memorable. I completely disagree with that. I thought she was actually a really good female character because she felt independent. She was just restricted by everyone around her. Like she was the one who went into the town at night to do her own stuff. Like she didn't really want to be that way.
Yeah.
And I did find her fairly interesting. The character of Aladdin is really interesting. The typical rags to riches kind of story. Jafar is an absolutely fantastic villain.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff that they're able to do with the imagery around him is also fantastic. The cave is an amazing scene. Like that's just to it.
Yeah.
Robin Williams is the perfect casting for like any movie ever. He completely captured. But it's not even that he captured the genius. The genie completely captured Robin Williams in that movie. It felt natural.
Yeah.
Like it felt kind of like you're watching Robin Williams, but it worked so well. And like his one-off lines and his one-liners are just, they work in context with the movie as well. It just felt like it worked incredibly well. I can't think of a single thing I don't like about the movie. It was fun. It was exciting. There's great animation. The visuals in it are fantastic. The action sequences are really good in it. The only thing that I can say I don't like are the shitty sequels.
Yeah. Jafar, like we said, Jafar may need eyeglasses. All right.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't think Disney has ever been and will ever be again this dark.
No.
With the amount of religious imagery that's here, the fact that it's completely, it doesn't. I like that it doesn't throw many like obvious things your way. I mean, like as you said, Quasimodo doesn't get the girl. And he's heartbroken about that.
Yeah.
And that's just one thing that's never resolved. But at the end, he realizes what's more important to him is that the girl that he did fall in love with is happy and also being accepted by the general public.
Yeah.
And he is. And like just seeing him being carried away at the end there, I think that's the happiest scene ever. Yeah. Frollo is a legendary villain.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we're ever going to have a villain this complex ever again. Just because he's not necessarily incredibly evil, but because of the way he sees
he's conflicted.
Yeah, he's extremely conflicted because of his beliefs, and because he's a very religious man, but yet he's having all of these perversions.
Yeah, like there's a lot of sexual undertones in this movie.
Yeah, Hellfire in itself.
Hellfire to me is the single best Disney song.
Yeah, and it eventually, all of those things drive him mad, and I really like I like the way Frollo dies. I like his transformation, everything he does. I like Quasimodo. Sanctuary. That's really fun. I like the gypsies.
Oh, how did I forget about the gypsies?
The gypsies are great.
The gypsies are so fun.
Yeah, and I can't. You see, I can't. I'm forgetting like all of the names. But the woman, Esmeralda. Yes, yeah. Esmeralda. How can I forget that? Just pat your head with a cloth, Jesus! Like they got really like sexual with her. Yeah, just like.
Well, I mean, the movie starts with the mother, like Quasimodo's mother, getting killed, and Frollo about to kill him.
Yeah,
like, welcome to Disney.
Welcome to the land of Disney.
Happiest place on earth.
But yes, I love this film because it wasn't afraid to overstep boundaries.
Oh yeah,
and it tells a really powerful story.
Like, it was a ballsy move by Disney to do.
Yeah, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, they may have changed the ending a little bit, where
just like Little Mermaid. Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone dies at the end of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, they do. So.
I know at least Quasimodo and Esmeralda both die.
Yeah, and I'm completely overlooking the gargoyles, but. They would have done it. I don't want to talk too much more about this because we've been talking for like over an hour now.
Yeah, I know. This is probably going to be a two-parter.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
And, the gargoyles, it would be fantastic. It would be a perfect movie if they were hallucinations. Yep. Or not hallucinations, but imaginary friends, sort of. Of being isolated. And even like when they're actually attacking the guards at the end, you can almost drag that into that's just happenings that are going on, but you kind of can as well. But even though that almost ruins it, like, that's it. This is my favorite movie.
Well, there you have it. That was a very long first list.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed
55.
it. And that's all 55.
That's 55, and yep.
You know what? We're going to have to make a new list when they come out with 56.
It's in November.
Oh, no. Well,
till next
see you
time.
later. I don't want to talk about Disney no more.